Whoa, lightning boys. I just came to check out the skeletons here. We're gonna shoot each other in the face. You're dumb. There was one little horse in here and there was like a trap or whatever they are. I haven't seen one of these in forever. You guys are gonna die. Well, maybe I'm gonna die. I don't know. Let's see here. Got him. Oh, they're so cute. I want one of these. That legit terrified me. I was not expecting that like skeleton explosion. Ooh, those pants. All right, well, that might be the most chaotic episode start ever. Where do I belong? In the hole. Here we go. We're back at the Tangler. Making progress, guys. Making progress. Hey, check it out. Check it out. Look this. So we go in here, right? This is puzzle one. We've all seen puzzle one. There'll be a door here eventually and stuff like that. We go down this super fancy tunnel of super fanciness, and then we get to puzzle number 2, audio awareness. Now, if you remember last episode, we did make this gigantic game over here. This one was called Kelp Climber, and I think I'm going to change this to be the 3rd puzzle, or possibly even the 4th puzzle. It just felt like the right thing to do. It's kind of a more advanced puzzle, so I wanted to, I'm lost. I'm officially lost. So I wanted puzzle 2 to be something a little bit lighter, a little bit more, you know, just still dipping your toe into what the Tangler is. Now, by the way, for those who don't remember what the Tangler is, it's like a 2-person cooperative puzzle game that I've been working on for, you know, way too long. But here we go with the 2nd puzzle. It is not done. We're going to be doing the redstone, but I've got the facade, the experience kind of laid out here. It's gonna be 4 mini puzzles in here, all revolving around audio and what you hear, and having to communicate with your partner what you hear, and they're communicating with you what they hear to solve the puzzles. So yeah, I think the approach I want to take today is, rather than show you all 4 puzzles at once and the solution and do all the redstone in bulk, I want to like introduce one puzzle, explain how it works to you, and then we'll kind of go through the redstone together to get it working and just kind of get it done and dusted, as Mumbo would say, right? Because we've got 1 puzzle there, we've got puzzle 2 there, we've got puzzle 3 kind of combo here, and we've got puzzle 4 in the back room here. But as you can see, we've got a lot of space here, but absolutely no redstone, no functionality, no nothing. We got a lot to do. So yeah, we might as well just dive right in to puzzle 1 here. Now, we'll get started here. We're gonna take a couple of these little skadoodlers here, note blocks, and then these guys here, yeah. For those of you who know, we've got a little plug-in on the server. I mean, obviously, this is what like decked out and stuff is very heavily based on. If you if you put a player head or any kind of mob head on top of a note block, I mean, it'll normally play that sound there. But what we can do with this plugin is we can like kind of like upload audio to these things to put custom sound effects. We can upload them to the server, and then when this note block is powered, it will play whatever sound we uploaded to the server. So what's gonna happen is when the game starts, probably when they enter in here, it'll assume they're gonna do puzzle 1 first, but they can do the puzzles in any order they want. It doesn't really matter. From that hole up there, you can see there's 3 droppers up there. And let me cut through here. This will obviously be closed later on. There's 3 droppers up there. When the game starts and when they enter, 6 heads are going to fall out. 3 on that side and 3 on this side. And those 6 heads are going to be kind of programmed with custom audio on each. Now you'll see we've got 3 note blocks on this side and 3 on this side. So it's obviously 6 note blocks in total. 6 player heads or 6 mob heads are going to drop out. What's going to happen? Now you see, where's it right here? Puzzle number 1, player heads may be broken and replaced. Because normally the rule is obviously you can't like break blocks. So this is the one exception to the rule. They can place mob heads down on any of these note blocks and rearrange them as they see fit. And there's a button on this side that kind of triggers the whole situation to get started here. So what we're going to do is time these note blocks in a very specific order. It's not going to be like 1, 2, 3. It's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you know, something random kind of. And the timings are going to be just right, where they're going to have to place the right heads on the right note blocks to kind of decipher a message. Yeah, I probably should have explained this part first, but the way there's like 4 sub puzzles inside here, inside audio awareness, this second, you know, big puzzle. There's 4 sub puzzles. Each one of them are going to be linked with this like board up here. Like 15 items are going to be up there, 15 seemingly random items, and 15 more seemingly random items there. Each of the 4 sub audio puzzles in here is going to like indicate you have to solve the puzzle right to figure out which of the 30 items is the correct item for that sub puzzle. And then over here we've got barrels here. It's going to say each puzzle has one item answer. Take only one item from the barrel. So in here is going to be basically the 15 items you have up there, and there'll be the same 15 items here in like random stack sizes. And the idea is you have to take the right item out of the barrel and put it in the right puzzle solution. So if the solution for puzzle 3 is a carrot, you got to find a carrot in here and then put it in puzzle 3, and then you got to do that for all 4 puzzles, and then finally submit all your items at once and hit the button. If you have all 4 correct, this door here, see this door, this beautiful door right here, that will open, as well as that one over there, and the players will be able to leave this area. So the audio they're going to hear, now keep in mind, they can't go to the other side here. And the important part here that I should have mentioned is we're going to be playing with very specific use of audio ranges. So the note blocks that play on this side are only going to be able to be heard Goozer too. The audio note blocks on this side are only going to be able to be heard by this player, and likewise the audio note blocks on this side are only going to be able to be heard by this player. So they're not going to be able to hear the whole puzzle. They're going to have to communicate what they're hearing and then decipher what it is. Now the audio clue itself is going to be like, if this is puzzle 1, it's going to say something like, the puzzle 1 item is in the 3rd row, adjacent to the iron block on the copper side, or something like that, right? And they're gonna have to play all those little segments in order. Now, only 4 of them are gonna matter. 2 of them are gonna be red herrings. 2 of them are gonna be just there to throw them off and not actually be used. All right, I think that should do it. We've got it so that when we press this button now, the lights light up for the duration of the sequence, and you can see the note blocks kind of go off in like random sequence between the 2 sides. Now, I also have, you can see my hopper here, I have 6 mob heads. Each one is encoded with different audio. So 3 of them are going to fall on this side, and 3 of them are going to fall on this side. So they have to figure out what sequence to put the heads down on these note blocks to play the right message. Now, I've done like a little like text-to-speech thing, so I'll show you. I'm not going to give you the full answer here, but
the first puzzle item.
And then it just stops, right? So now the sequence will pick up. So if you put the head on the next appropriate note block, you'll hear the next piece of the segment. So like another one might be this one over here.
Below the 3rd copper row.
Right? Something like that. So you're going to have to get these in the right order and figure out even which of these heads are meaningful and which ones aren't. But the message is going to decide which one of these items is the answer, and you grab it out of the barrel here. And I've like randomized the counts here so they won't have any idea what the real one is based on, what items have been taken. But they take the item here and they bring it over to here and they boop it in there and they're ready to move on to puzzle number 2. And speaking of the second puzzle, this one's kind of, the redstone's done because it's pretty straightforward. It's a much simpler puzzle. I think this one is probably going to be an easy one, but I still think it'll be fun because it requires cooperation. Cooperation? We got a button here that starts the sequence. You'll see we got like a little room here with a light on, and there's 4 total rooms like this, 2 there, 3, and 4. And what this button does here, it starts the sequence, and it will basically play a note block in each room that can only be heard in each room. 1. My timings are totally off now, but please hold. Let's see. 2, 3, and then eventually, wait for it. 4. Okay, there we go. So yeah, the timings are way off. But the idea is it goes, hit the button, it goes 1, 2, back here 3 to where the button was pressed, and then 4. So what's going to have to happen is this guy's going to press the button, and they have to go to the rooms in order, stand in the room to hear the audio that, is only going to have like a 2-block radius audio listening, listenificator. And even then, if they listen to all this stuff correctly, they're only going to have half the message. So they're going to have to communicate what they're hearing and kind of piece it together to get the full message, which again will be something that will direct them to an item on one of these puzzle pieces or one of these boards. They take the appropriate item out of the barrel, stick it in the skadoodler over here, and they're on to puzzle number 3.
That's when I brought nuggets.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday to Scar.
And many more.
Are you guys gonna blow him up for his birthday? Please tell me you are.
Now I'm disappointed in us.
Now
I saw the little carpets, and like there's a reason that you got carpets in some place and some place you don't.
You've been here 2 seconds. Talk about all the criticism.
This is garbage. I can't believe. No, this is fantastic. I love it. The balloons are perfect.
Yeah, the balloons are great. I actually kind of love the idea of blowing him up, Tango. I think that's a really great idea.
Happy birthday. Like he takes a piece of cake and he dies.
And kaploom.
Okay.
Are we going to sing to him?
Oh, yeah. We got the
And he's got a guitar.
Let's
Let's practice. We got practice.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Get the guitar going.
Happy
wait, I forgot the chords. Oh, here they are.
That's about as good as it gets. This guy, multi-talented.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Scar.
Hands.
Happy birthday to
Okay, that was pretty good.
Oh, that was practice.
That was pretty good, dude.
Okay, practice done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't have
Nailed
to
it.
practice anymore. I've nailed it. That was perfect.
We might want to give up our jobs and just take this on the road. We're that good.
I'm glad
we're gonna-
somebody said it.
We're going to get a
Seriously.
copyright strike for that. That
Like-
was basically like the original version.
I am impressed
Okay.
with myself. Wow, we're amazing at this.
Plus, it's the man's birthday. You can chill, take
Is
the
it
fun.
his actual birthday?
It is, yes.
Oh, that's amazing.
Hey, Tango.
What a
Look at this.
hang on.
Look at me.
Managing my bits. Look at you.
Is it bad?
I'm gonna boop you. That was so tempting, man. That would have been a guaranteed death, though. And it wasn't your life I was worried about. It was the creeper. So, just so you're aware.
Hey.
Do you guys remember like what Scar does with his balloons? He always carries around the bumblebees as his balloons. That would have been.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, we can't do that now if he's coming back any minute, but that would have been good.
Oh, but there might be a bee in the vicinity. Hold on. This creeper needs to be dispatched.
do something with
Because
that.
it's what's going to happen. This thing's going to
yeah.
ruin everyone's happiness.
Right on the happy birthday.
Yeah.
Right on the happy birthday. That's what we gotta sing. That's what we gotta sing.
Okay, that's it. Everybody hit the sanitizer. No more herpy birthdays for us.
I'm totally singing happy birthday. Someone set me up a fence post.
Oh, what have you done?
Oh, I got a Scar official birthday.
Oh, sorry.
Bumblebee
sick.
coming in.
My chat
Scar
is
names would be-
confirming. my chat is confirming Mr. Bubbles.
Oh God! What the heck? This is an evoker. Here's watching my face. Everything's bad. And I'm dumb. Ah!
What's going on?
Where
is he?
Scar! Not Mr. Bubbles.
What is happening?
The stupid evokers are vexing all over my face.
Oh, yeah, because they're here in this pile.
That was terrifying.
Oh man, I was just flying with rockets. Dang it!
This birthday party's falling apart.
I'm afraid I'm going to eat the cake if I just right click.
Oh yeah, are you hungry?
No. Ah! Okay, good.
Okay, sweet.
Ah.
Oh, you got the flint and steel. Oh, dude, it's perfect.
Oh, so good. There we go. I was afraid to right click. I thought I can't give him a half-eaten cake for his birthday. That'd be embarrassing. You know?
Let's get
that would be
somebody
embarrassing.
get a flint and steel and light.
It's already lit. It's
Okay.
It's cooking.
Okay. Who do you think I am? Some kind of half candle dealer here? I got the full
Yeah,
package.
bro,
Come on.
what the heck, man?
Oh, Places.
Don't panic.
I'm gonna freak out.
No.
Okay, just be cool. Get under the. It's a surprise party. Get under the table.
It's a surprise party. All right.
How did you do that? You gotta
Jump
go
in,
to fly mode.
jump in,
Go to
come
fly
on,
mode.
you're
Go to
Look at this guy, and they're purling in.
Okay. What? How do we explain where this is?
All I can see is red spits.
Okay. Is he coming? Scar.
Here he comes. He's flying in. He's gonna Hawkeye us.
Is he?
What is all of this?
Surprise!
All right, ready? Yeah.
I'm gonna solve
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Scarface.
Hold on, let me take my pants off. Where did you get all the fancy star fireworks? Look at all the beautiful show.
That's my boy! Yeah, baby!
Oh, well, thank you guys. That was all very nice, dude. I was just about to head out the door. I'm so glad I hadn't already left.
See,
Nice.
do you see who made it too, Scar? Do you see? Right here.
Look at the
Right here.
Look at the
Right
bee.
Mr. Bubbles. Aren't you a good little boy?
That's right.
You know,
Very special guest.
my first thought when I saw this was, all right, where's the TNT? I've got the pictures on my brain.
Yeah.
I saw
It
the
does
carpets.
mess with you a little bit.
Yeah.
It really does, yeah. This was legitimately just some wholesome Hermitcraft wholesomeness.
No.
Dude, Red, I was putting my hand on your shoulder. Just not used to it.
Yeah,
I know what you said.
Look, I will admit, we did talk for at least 5 minutes about blowing you up. We did.
Yeah.
Just a little
We'll
bit.
admit
Just a
that.
little bit.
But we
thought about
entertained
building
Just
it,
a
yeah.
little bit.
We were going to build a party around Mr. Charge Creeper over there.
I don't know if anyone knows, but the highlight of this is we're right in the middle of hitting that high note on Happy Birthday. And Scar goes, hang on, I gotta take my pants off. I don't know what's going on there, but
Well, I wanted my full skin to be out. You know, my pants. You know, I don't want to be all covered up. Look at me. Look, that's not fun. See, look at Red. He knows what's going on.
I know what's up.
You guys look like you're waiting for a flood over there. You got your pants up about as high as they go.
You're going
There we go.
trout fishing or
There we
something.
go.
You're going wading.
Bro.
Look at this. We got a visitor. Hello.
Oh, you're late to the party, dude. The party
hey.
started like 3 minutes ago,
yeah,
bud.
he's offering gifts. He's coming bringing presents.
Well, thank you guys. That's very nice of you. to set
It's
this
our
all up.
pleasure. It's our pleasure.
And
dude.
Mr.
Happy
Bubbles and
birthday.
everything and a cake. You know, this gives me. This reminds me of something at Disneyland.
Right, on to puzzle number 3. Remember, this is 3 of 4, and the last 2 here are going to take a lot more redstone and be a lot more complex than the first 2. Puzzle 3 takes place on these pressure plates right here. There's 5 colors with signs and 5 pressure plates there. And conversely, the exact same colors aligned up just right on this side over here. Now, here's the deal. When this guy presses this button right here, it's going to start the puzzle. Now, what they're going to hear, they're each going to hear their own clue, and again, they can only hear what this person hears, this person cannot hear, and vice versa. Basically, this wall is kind of like a sound barrier almost. So what this person's going to hear, what each person's going to hear, is a clue that directs the other player what pressure plate they need to stand on. So for instance, this is not the first one or anything, but it could be like this person might hear like whatever, the color of a strawberry, right? And then that means that this person has to stand on the red pressure plate. And conversely, at the same exact time, they have to tell this person, maybe they're like, you know, whatever, they need to stand on green or for whatever reason. What's green? Grass. Grass is green, right? Who knows? I have no idea, right? Maybe they have to say, okay, now once this person steps on a pressure plate and this person steps on a pressure plate, that's kind of like submitting their answer, and they're either going to get it right, and it will automatically advance to the next audible clue, or they'll get it wrong and they have to start over. And there will be 5 clues in total. If they get the 5th one right without messing up, then from up in the ceiling there, a little piece of paper will drop from there, and a little piece of paper will drop from there, which will give them a pretty obvious way to decipher which of the 30 items is the answer to puzzle number 3. Now, when I originally designed this, I was going to make it be timed so that they had like 10 seconds to answer each one. But that seemed pretty frantic and possibly a little bit too hard. I still think they're going to mess up, though, because the hard part is it's audible, right? They only get to hear each clue once. So they're going to be trying to like translate and communicate with the other person at the same time as receiving information from the other person. And I think they're still going to mess up, I think. Oh, there's Etho. And of course, if they restart the puzzle, they'll get the same clues again, so they will obviously get better as they go. Now, when I think about how to implement this puzzle 3, it's definitely more challenging. I mean, essentially what we need is a multiple choice questionnaire system. We have to build like a survey system here. And I kind of went through a couple different ways of doing it, and I think this is what I'm going to come up with. I'll show you how this is going to work. It's not the most compact, but it's pretty straightforward and easy to set up, I guess. So what we got here is like a hopper loop system. That dropper will spit an item up into here. We have hoppers obviously going this way down to the barrel, and these bottom hoppers are all going back into that dropper. Now, when the game is active, when the puzzle is active, this item here will kick over to here, which will lock all of those bottom hoppers. So basically, those bottom hoppers will be totally inactive until they lose, in which case, whatever in any of these hoppers, it'll just suck up and return to the system and reset. Now, the top hoppers, you can see, are locked as well, and that's how we're gonna like keep track of what question we're on. Every time we want to advance a question, we're gonna unlock those top hoppers for like 5 or 6 ticks or so that the items in the item in the top hopper chain here can advance 2 hoppers and bypass this one here and read the comparator here, which will turn this torch line off. And if at any time any of these lines turn off, these torches turn on, and this line will turn on, and that is the loser line. So what we're really building here isn't a, did they answer the question right? It's more, did they answer the question wrong? This is a wrong detectificator. And to prevent them from getting the questions wrong, they obviously have to stand on the correct pressure plate, the correct color-coded pressure plate up there. We have 5 lines down here, and what we can do now is say, basically every row here, let me hop up here. The rows here represent questions, and these columns, I guess you could call them, represent the answer. So all I need to do is link up the answers with the questions. So this is question 1. If the answer to question 1 is blue, then like all I gotta do is something like, where's my torchies? Something like that, right? So now when they step on blue, that torch will turn on, and then when it advances past the blue question and this torch turns off, that torch will keep it on, which will basically be like, losers? I don't know what you're talking about. They seem to get it right to me. And the question will advance on. So if they make it through all 5 and that item makes it into the barrel there, well, they're basically winners. Otherwise, if they get one of them wrong, this line will turn on and it'll reset the whole system. So I got to repeat this system on the other side and add like obviously a whole bunch of glue and timing. And by the way, I keep like flip-flopping here, but I did decide, I think I'm going to go back to timing. So that it's like you have like 10 seconds to answer. I think it's more intense, and it'll be a little bit harder. No one's going to beat this puzzle on the first try. I don't think it's even possible because you have to understand the clue, decipher it, communicate to the other person. So it's going to be like a memorize the answers and start over kind of thing, which I think is fine. All right, big progress update, big update. We're basically done at this point. There was a ton of thinky redstone, so I just went ahead and got all that done. All 4 puzzles are done. All the redstone is done. All the audio is uploaded. Everything might be working. And just so we are crystal clear, I'm pretty sure there's still 1,000 bugs in this. Let's see if it's gonna work out. I'm gonna show you some of these puzzles, how they work, but I don't want to show you guys all the content and stuff. I don't want you guys to be spoiling things for people. I want you guys to witness it when people play the game for themselves. But anyways, I'm going to hit the thing for puzzle number 3 here, and you'll hear the guy talking for this person. And again, he's directing, he's giving instructions on where this person needs to stand. But at the same time, an audio will play over here for this person to tell this person where they should stand. And if I do this right...
You tell them where to stand on a plate with 3 letters.
You could tell it was blending between 2 audio files. So you could hear them playing at the same time. Then there's a little clock going. And then a ding goes off and they failed because they weren't standing on the correct pressure plates. That ding was really loud. I probably need to tone that down. But anyways, if the 2 players were standing on the correct colors, they would have heard like a positive tone and it would have advanced to the next clue. So I like that it's time-based. So they basically just have like I think it's like 13 seconds or so. And then it'll ding. And if they're correct, they just get another 13 seconds. So I think this one's going to be frantic, but I think they're also quite honestly going to have to kind of remember the pattern and recite it in order. And I think this one's going to be fun. And finally, puzzle number 4, the last puzzle here, takes place in these 2 back rooms back here. Now, full disclaimer, we're just going to lay it on the line here. I 100% copied this puzzle, the content and everything from a game called Blueprints. Blueprints is a extremely cool game that's popular right now on Steam. You should pick it up if you haven't. It's a game where you basically build a mansion dynamically and randomly by drafting cards, and you have to put together this whole puzzle that's like sweeping across the whole mansion. It's extremely cool if you're into that sort of thing. But one of the rooms in the mansion that you can draft is, I think it's the parlor room. They have this room where there's 3 boxes, a blue box, a white box, and a black box on a table, and each box has a message imprinted on the top of the box. And what you have to do is figure out which of the 3 boxes has gems in it. Now, the basic rules of the game are here. You will hear 3 messages, and in the game in Blueprints, each of the messages are on the box, but instead here, you're going to press a button to hear the message. Okay, so the message it's like a logic puzzle. The 3 things you put together, you'll be able to deduce which box it is. Which box the gem is in. It's basically just going to be an emerald to move on to the next, segment of the puzzle. Now, the interesting thing, though, to stick with the audio thing, when you press the black button here, you're only going to be able to hear that clue in this room. When the person over here presses the blue button, they're only going to be able to hear it in this room. But the white one is shared. Whoever presses the white one, both players will be able to hear that audio. Now, for the rules of the game, you will hear 3 messages. At least one of those messages will always be true. That means at least. It could be 2. And at least one of the messages will be false. Again, it could be 1. It could be more than 1. Only 1 shulker has your prize. Again, that's an emerald. You have to find it. There will only be an emerald in 1 of the shulker boxes. Now, they'll have to get this puzzle correctly 4 times in a row to finish puzzle number 4. And when they do, some paper will shoot out of there and some paper will shoot out of there. Obviously, this glass is going to be filled up, by the way. But once they get those 2 pieces of paper, they can communicate, and it should be fairly obvious what the answer is to puzzle number 4. So I'll show you how one of these works. Okay, so here we go. We're going to get the blue clue.
There are 2 true boxes.
There are 2 true boxes. Now, again, this guy over here didn't hear this. The black one.
This box is empty.
Very good, very good. And then the white one.
There are 2 empty boxes.
There are 2 empty boxes. Okay, so by the rules of the game, there always has to be 2 empty boxes because there is a gem in only 1 box. So we know the white box is true here, okay? Let's see if I can figure this out here. Hold on.
There are 2 true boxes.
Okay, that one, so we know there's 1. So if there's 2 true boxes, that means this one's true and that one's true, which means this one has to be false.
This box is empty.
Which would then lead to, the gem should be in here because if that was true, this one's true. If that was true, then this one's saying...
There are 2 true boxes.
That would be a statement saying that there are 2 true boxes, which would be false, right? Wait, I'm getting confused. This is going to be so hard. They're going to get stuck on this. All right, if this one...
box is empty.
If that one was true, we know this one has to be true. That's 2 true boxes. And then this...
There are 2 true boxes.
This can neither be true nor false, because if it was... I mean, there's already 2 boxes, so if it says there's 2 true boxes, that means this one's true, which means there's 3 boxes. Then it can't be... So that's logically false. So it's got to be true, which makes those... And then this one has to be
this
false.
Box is empty.
Which means the emerald should be... in there. Excellent. And that advances to 2. And now we have a new puzzle with new clues.
The blue box contains the gem.
See? And it's a logic puzzle that's going to continue. And again, it's going to be very hard. By itself, they can be very tricky. But now that you can't even hear one of the clues... So there you have it. That is the second overall puzzle to the Tangler. I know that most of the episode is me just inside this box here, but you know, that's how these things go. Each puzzle in the Tangler so far is definitely turning out to be a little more complex than anticipated. But at the same time, I'm getting very, very excited to see some hermits play this. I'm hoping a bunch of pairs of hermits come in here because it's going to be some pretty good content, I think. Now, when they're done with this puzzle, these doors will open up here. They're already open now. I'm going to make like a pathway. The other one comes out right here. We'll make a pathway, and it's going to go down to the third puzzle of the Tangler, which, well, let's see if we go... It's going to be like, well, in here somewhere. And then once we're done with that one will connect up with the behemoth that is Kelp Climber. And honestly, I'll probably wrap it up there. I originally wanted to do 5 or 6 puzzles, but these are turning out to be so big that I think 4 will be good. I have a good idea for the third one. I'm thinking, I'm not sure yet, but I'm thinking it might be some kind of like programming game or something where they have to submit instructions and then watch the program execute and see if they're staying in sync and helping each other with their I don't know. That's the very rough idea. But I do have to say, guys, real talk here. I know my episodes are, let's be honest, they're far and few between. I'm very disappointed in myself, if we're honest. And I mean, I know I can say I'm going to do better, but life is what it is, and it's just, for whatever reason, things are taking a lot longer than they should. So all I can say is I will promise you that I will get the last piece of the Tangler done soon, and we can get some hermits in here as soon as possible. I appreciate your patience so much, and as always, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.